Hi everyone, my name is Fernanda Vargas. I'm in the fifth year of my career or my studies. I'm from English Pedagogy for High School and I'm from Ugalga University. So today I will talk about my actual research journey. So let's start with the first milestone. The first milestone it's about my ideas and preconceptions about research and researchers. So, in first year of university, I didn't have any preconception about research and researchers because I did not notice that reading a document in PDF format to get knowledge or just information of any type that are written by different people in in a paper. And in second year, I learned that papers are written in an academic way, formal, and making sure that coherence and cohesion is in the writing. Then in the third year, I noticed who write papers are researchers and search for information according to a problem or phenomena which is conducting a research in which you have to follow a methodology and then analyze the results, also known as data collection. On the other hand, the role of research in a foreign language, according to teaching and learning it, I mean, learning another language, such as English, it's difficult. And you have to be very cautious with information that you are looking for some reliable resources and trustworthy websites. So let's move on to the second milestone. This is about my initial feelings in semester 7 when I starting the action research practicum module. So my feelings when I realized that I had to conduct a research at my practicum center during the first month of the module of action research practicum were to be anxious because I noticed that I had to research, I mean, look for a problem inside the classroom, and I did not know what the problem was because I didn't know yet the students, their behavior, just their age. Also, I was a little bit insecure since I usually do not trust in my capacities or abilities to do something, even though I know my abilities and what I'm capable of doing. Moreover, I felt afraid because I don't know how to conduct a research. So, what I have to do, I look for some problem and try to solve it. Where search for information related to the problem. Even I already knew Google Scholar. Also, I was excited to conduct a research because I want to experience to study hard for solve the problem that I had to look for inside my classroom. Now about the third milestone, which is about preconceptions, I mean perceptions about the school context of my practicum center. Well, my preconceptions or um, before knowing everything related to my practicum center during the first month of intensive practicum, which was on semester 8, the important things that I observed was related to the socioeconomic context, access of different resources, students' grade level, students' attitudes towards English, and among others. First of all, the socioeconomic context. I thought that my practicum center was a private school where students have to buy any kind of material, even textbooks for them. Also, I thought my practicum center was a school with a lot of resources, whether they were technological, educational, or for another use. For example, the school did not have technological stuff like HDMI cables in some classrooms, or the speakers were not working. Towards the access of different resources, the school had access to different resources such as classroom for every level, a library, an English lab, which is a computer lab with just a board, textbooks, and dictionaries in English. Also, a computer lab, gym, projector, speakers, and HDMI cables. But the last two were in very conditions in some classrooms. The students' level were 8th grade, and finally, the students' attitudes towards English. Their attitudes most of the time were participative during the lesson, being attentive at the moment to explain the context, and some others were very talkative. There were a student with autism. He was very participative and studious. He loved English. Moving on to the fourth milestone about my research puzzle. So, in my research puzzle, the problem was that students do not talk and participate in English if I do not ask them one by one to do it. Also, one of my motivations to conduct a specific research was the collaborative work that my research partner was studying during her practicum period, while I was studying speaking skills and trying to encourage students to speak in the lesson by reading out loud instructions or explanation of the contents. For the fifth milestone, my action research intervention, also known as the solution to the previous problem inside the classroom, was to apply the discussion among students by working collaboratively. The sixth milestone, my findings and reflections. The final reflections towards my action research study were that students can work collaboratively, whether it be randomly or chosen by them. It means the students. Students can speak clearly and out loud thanks to the teacher, because the teacher have to encourage the students to speak by increasing their confidence. On the other hand, my initial ideas about the puzzle were related to how to conduct the study and look for an activity to do in my intervention with the 8th graders. During the puzzle, some of them did not participate in the intervention related to my puzzle, and finally, after I expected to get the participation of the whole group of students, but it did not happen. It was difficult to make sure that everyone in the study was participating since their abilities and motivation towards learning English. Finally, the seventh milestone, advices for first, second, third, and fourth-year students. It means my classmates. Well, I have three pieces of advices. And first of all, you have to think in a mature way about conducting a research alone or with a classmate, because you have to take into account your abilities, organization, and time dedicated to the study related to other people, because the other one could not be interested, working will be unequal, and you will do everything, and that is not fair for your mental health and dedication towards the study. Secondly, you have to make sure that your topic fits well with your type of students, because sometimes you have to change your study topic depending on the type of school and students chosen. And finally, you have to prioritize, which is a good strategy to don't get anxious. By prioritizing your work, will be organized and do what you have to do more urgent in terms of time. That was everything. Thanks for attention. Bye bye.